St. Louis County youth sports teams were asked to take a step backward in the county's return to play plan. But as 5 on Your Side's Hannah Yates reports, the local sports organizations want proof that there's a problem.
St. Louis County Executive Sam Page recently announced that all youth sports across the county must return to Phase 1 of the Return to Play plan. Today, a group calling themselves the St. Louis Sports COVID-19 Coalition held a virtual protest arguing that there is no data to support this decision. A group of directors from youth sports organizations made up of more than 22,000 athletes joined together to form the St. Louis Sports COVID-19 Coalition. They signed a letter demanding St. Louis County produce the data supporting the recent decision to return to Phase 1, where teams are not allowed to play or practice in groups of more than 10 people.
If you cannot produce the athlete-to-athlete transmission, if you cannot produce the geographical data, if you cannot produce the contact tracing back to specific clubs, organizations, or kids or families, we demand that youth sports be reopened on Friday.
Every coalition member says there's been no cross-transmission of the virus within their organization since resuming play.
St. Louis Scott Gallagher represents over 4,000 players. To this date, we've had 4 players diagnosed positive. There's no dual positive test on any team.
1,799 teams, 23,259 athletes. We have 12 confirmed COVID cases, none of which were contracted on a sports field, and 16 parents who have tested positive. And of all those organizations, 0 have ever been contacted by the health department for any reason.
The St. Louis Sports COVID-19 Coalition requested that Sam Page and his office turn over all data supporting their decision within 72 hours. If the data is not turned over, then the coalition will be filing an injunction in court on Friday. Hannah Yates, 5 on Your Side.